let's go and hit on the performance side of things. Now, the iPhone 7 has the Apple A10 Fusion chip, a quad-core CPU, and there were 3 different versions of the iPhone 7. There was a 32, 128, and the first time we ever saw a 256 gig variant on an iPhone was with the iPhone 7. And all those models had 2 gigabytes of RAM. And what I can tell you is, in terms of the performance, I think it's a pretty fast phone. I think it gets the job done, but I don't think it was like a crazy upgrade in terms of speed and everything from the iPhone 6S. Even though it has a quad-core processor instead of a dual-core. But I think early on we kind of saw it, but now apps are getting more and more demanding, and I kind of see the same slowdown and the same speeds on both phones. Once I do my 2020 comparison of both phones, then you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. But the iPhone 7, it's still a very fast phone for the price and for the age, so it's not like a huge deterrent. Like, I'm not knocking it on the performance. But just know that as phones and apps become more and more demanding, and that we get phones that have 4 gigabytes of RAM and 6 gigabytes of RAM, at least iPhones, these app developers are developing those games and apps and everything for the newest and latest iPhones. So just kind of keep that in mind. They're not necessarily keeping the iPhone 7 in mind when they're developing those things. They're keeping in mind the 11, the 11 Pro, and all those ones. So I think performance is good enough. I think, going from day to day, I think you'll definitely be satisfied. But if you kind of are somebody who uses their phone a ton and you need 20 apps in the background and you're always like on your phone and this and that, I think I could see somebody complaining about the performance at some point, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think, like I said, it's kind of a little bit better than the 6S, but not like a crazy amount. And the 6S was okay, so I think the performance is good enough. I think it's, on the better side of things. I'm not complaining about it, but I think here in the next couple months, or at least like in the next year, we're going to see some massive slowdown, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm saying. So that pretty much covers it up in terms of performance. Now, hitting on the camera, this thing has a single 12 megapixel.